Architectural Builder Supply is pleased to present you with this recording of the technical question that is listed in the title of this video.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
AB Supply, this is Rickard.
Good morning. It's Jessica.
Hi.
Hey, I was calling you. I just messaged you the quote number for that Dorma thing I quoted. Surface applied closer.
Yeah, hang on. 1 second. Let's dig into this. Okay, so they want a TS93. Let's dive into what this is. TS93. So let's get to the catalog. TS93. Okay. Now, if I recall correctly, yeah, it has these GSR, the coordinated versions that come up first. So let's get through all of that section. So a TS93, that's going to be a track style TS. Hello, track style. So what does the client want? The client wants a TS93-5. That's going to be a reference to the spring. And what's really nice about the about Dorma is they do a really good job about their how to order stuff. So a TS93-5, it should be 5.6 actually. You want a larger spring. And then you want a PKT 180. What in the gospel is that? Well, turns out it's pretty easy what that is, even though I don't see a PKT 180. It's TPKT 180. That part number that we've got in the site is likely 20 years old. Pull side mount. Yeah, okay, so we actually have it. So it's a TPKT 180. So all that you've quoted the client is a pocket door closer. Now, Dorma does a good job with pocket closers because not a lot of people make them. So I'm going to scroll through the catalog here to then talk to you about what a pocket closer is. And the only time I see them, well, I've seen them in hotels and I've seen them in hospitals. So they want to do a 180, and here it is. Well, let's start with the. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Awesome. So a pocket door. There are two very different definitions of pocket door, the one you're already familiar with. Well, here's the commercial explanation of a pocket door, where in a hospital, you can have a pocket pivot, or what's known as a Harmon hinge, Harmon. If you searched Harmon, let's just search Harmon. Harmon is like a 19th century definition for that. And the good people at somewhere. Yeah, I want to show you the historical drawing. I don't remember who has it, but somebody has this. Yeah, Ray Jack has them. Yeah, I've seen it a million times every time that I want to see a particular document, naturally. So the bottom line is what Harmon hinges do is they allow you to get the door completely out of the pocket, completely out of the space. So Harmon hinges are used just like a swing clear hinge in the sense that they completely remove the door out of the opening. Hang on, we're going to get there. Yeah, this will work. Yeah, actually, this is who I was thinking of. Okay, Harmon, Harmon. Yeah. Okay, cool. So you can see that, well, actually what's really cool about these is, they're actually, this is kind of a reference to door open, door closed. Okay, the bottom line is If this is the door open, it completely removes the door out of the opening here. This is let's just say that this is the door closed. Okay. Oh, it says right here, forgive me, door in closed position. Rotate it to the right, and now the door is completely removed out of the opening, and what that means is when you've got a butt hinge, obviously what happens is when that door gets out to 90 degree, that hinge leaf falls here, your door actually encroaches into the space. With a Harmon hinge, because the pivot point is over here, that door is now removed completely out here, getting it completely out of the clear opening. Your door is safe and clear, so to speak. So Harmon hinges are used for that. You can do them they're used in wood doors and in steel doors.
If you've not hit subscribe yet, we would very much appreciate if you did, and hopefully you're enjoying this video. Now, let's get back to it.
And I think this is going somewhere. Hopefully. Well, yeah, pocket pivots are expensive. They're really expensive. So today we'd call them pocket pivots, but I like to throw the term Harmon hinge around because that's what they were called once upon a time. And there's really, when you look at the templating, it's a really gnarly hinge when you're doing something, when you're doing something that is wood versus steel. The dimensioning is really unusual. The templating, how you prep a door for it, you cannot ever use a standard hollow metal door for it. And with a wood door, yeah, this is a great picture. This literally shows what it looks like. HarmonHinge.com. Oh yeah, I know where these guys are. Yeah, they're in Illinois. Okay, so nothing really too fancy about that, but this is a great example of it. This is the door in the open position. Door is completely flush, so there is actually and you do see them very often as fire rated because you're going to see them in hospitals. Oh, thank goodness. E.R. Butler is who I was thinking of. E.R. Butler. Okay. Because they have... Yeah, this is what I wanted to show you. This is obviously a plan view. So using Harmon hinges, you've got a four-way, you got a cross corridor here. And you can make the doors close off this way or swing them this way and close off this way. So it's really cool. It's really, I mean, I don't think they're really drawing a cross corridor here. I think what they're kind of wanting to show, just doors when they're in the open position, this is all clear. But yeah, you see how they've had to make that a concave edge? You know, one way or another, something's got to give on a wood application. Hollow metal applications are really tricky because you have to have if you were to look at the template of a pocket pivot dorma, since we're talking about dorma, you'll see how unusual that is. Okay, so back to the dorma catalog. This is a 90-degree opening, and it's easier to understand what's trying to happen here. So they want to get the door out of the way when the door is in the open position, and they want to get all the hardware tucked back there as well. Now, one of your question was, you know, is an electromagnetic lock included? No, not at all. This is yeah, I mean, nowhere are we talking about a hold open. I mean, oh, okay, so they want a hold open arm, so they want a THO arm. So what they're showing in the catalog is not a hold open arm. What they're showing here is a means by which to hold the door open that's connected to the fire alarm panel. So a mechanical hold open arm is not the same as an EM504 because you can't take whatever it is, a THO hold open arm. So you need to do a 180-degree pocket door track that's hold open. Okay, great. That's absolutely not fire rated at all. So the only way to do a hold open pocket closer would be to use an EM 504. So there would be under no circumstance would this ever be added. I mean, just inherently. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So that's the 90-degree. We scroll down to the 180-degree, and there it is. I mean, that's just what it is. They're showing it with an electromagnetic holder, probably because that's how you're mostly going to see them installed. But I know that I've sold something I believe I sold someone a hold open pocket closer one time. It's just they want the door to hold open, and it's residential or commercial. It does not need to be. It's not a fire door. It's not connected to the fire panel. The fire alarm panel is going to have the wires that will ultimately power this, and it has the ability to cut the power or open the circuit. So technically, there's a relay that's going to open the circuit when the fire alarm panel goes into trouble mode, allowing the door closer to say, okay, let's close the door. So I don't think there's any trouble with what you've quoted the guy.
Okay.
Now, I mean, if he needs electromagnetic holders, that's thoroughly outside of the scope of what this closer is.
Okay, so that part number there that you're looking at right now, TS9356PKT180, that would actually be the part number.
Well, what I'm not seeing in the how to order is how to do it as a hold open. So to me, it's a TS93 by TS93X. You'd have to run this by Dorma. Well, what I would do is fastener pack. When I put it in brackets, that means someone has to tell me what it is.
Okay.
I don't see any options, and then finish. And then I always put hand and then finish. With a with a closer, actually, what you should be doing is size. Now it's adjustable 5 to 6, but you don't want your guys going. You don't want your installer. The installer's job is not to adjust it. The distributor's job is to ship it to the job site appropriate for the application. So I would be putting size there and all this stuff. So that's my part number, but you'd have to run that past them, the TH and the TPK 180.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okie dokie. Well, good deal.
What else you got?
That was it. I was just thoroughly confused. So, I guess with the way it's set up on our site. So, do I need to do anything to get the part number? Just leave it the way it is with the hold up deal.
Well, I mean, like I said, the way that you've got it on the quote, I would definitely be asking Dorma to verify that you've got the right part number, and I will post, my shot at it. You're gonna have to call them and ask if you want a pocket 180 hold open. How do I spec the arm? How do I specify the arm?
Okay, good. I will give them a call.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you. Have
Bye.
a good day. Bye.
Architectural Builders Supply hopes you have enjoyed this program. Please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.